And now, the host of Aaron's Hour, Aaron Phillips.
Hey, everybody. It's a Saturday at noontime here in Las Vegas, which means it's 3 o'clock on the East Coast. Whatever other time zone you're in, I have no idea what the calculation is, but you're here right now, and that's the important part. Thank you for tuning in to Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips, which is a good thing because if my name wasn't Aaron Phillips, the title of the show would be really stupid, wouldn't it? Anyway.
You got to get a new joke.
I know. Well, but they didn't hear it yet, I got a new audience. And I'll introduce my guests in a second. They're sitting to my right. But as always, thank you for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook, you know you got two options, WWDBTV and, of course, my page. You can also check the same two channels out on YouTube. But if you want to watch it live, you got to hit the live button when you get onto the YouTube channel. Even if you're not watching it live right now and you want to watch it an hour from now, you still got to hit the live button to get to the live feed. Also, in about 72 hours, this show will be uploaded to the Roku channel that houses WWDBTV, the streaming service. Not only can you check out this show, but there's a shit ton of other shows. I had to come up with a new word, that plethora. I was getting tired of plethora. That you can also watch from all the shows. That what was it?
Preponderance.
Oh, Chief would have loved that word. 4 syllables.
I got another word for Chief.
That's later. Anyway, you got a lot of shows you can choose from. Oh, by the way, if you're driving around town, you can't watch, but you got an Android, download WWDBTV to your phone. If you got an iPhone product, an Apple product, WWDBTV LV will get you the app. If there's no show playing, that's okay. John plays the best music and sound bites of music bites 24/7, which means this is also a radio station. Tune it in. If you want to call in and chat with me or my guest, 702-992-3207. I'm tired. Anyway. Listen, I got a whiz bang of a show today. You know, every once in a while you get guests and you have the opportunity. One, you can reconnect with after not seeing for 10 years. 2, you get a guest who you've seen grow over 2 years. And I have the privilege of having both of my guests today covering those areas. So first to my right is a dear friend of mine who I met networking I want to say so many years ago because it makes it think we're old. We're not. Bobi Beverly is here with me. Ageless. That's going to be the word of the day. Ageless Bobi Beverly is here. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great.
So good to see you.
It's great to see you.
And to the far right, she's just hitting Las Vegas like storm, taking over the microphone. She has a new residency coming up, which we'll talk about. Miss Madysin is here. How are you?
I'm doing amazing.
Is it Madysin or Madysin?
It's Madysin.
All right, so I make sure.
Correct
I'm from the East Coast. I can't, I don't speak very good. I don't speak very good English. Ladies, welcome.
Thank you.
It's so great to have you. You know what? Every once in a while, this old guy gets the best opportunities because I get to work. This is the beauties and the beasts. So I get all the great opportunities every once in a while. Thank you for tuning in. If you are friends with these folks, thank you for watching. Hit the share button at the bottom of the comments in the chat room.
Cher's not here.
Cher's not. Oh, darn. Can anybody sing like Cher?
No.
No. Okay. Well, all right. I'm not Sunday. I'm too tall. But just reshare the feed to everybody's walls out there, Spider Effect, and let everybody know that they are here with me. All right. Let's get to it. But first, I got to bring up the page because I went to, do you guys have a lot of groups on your Facebook wall?
Yes.
Right. So last night, I don't know why I did this. God only knows. But last night, I'm going through my Facebook stuff, and all my groups started coming up. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know half these groups anymore. So I started deleting them. Like I got rid of half of them. Now on my phone, when I go to bring up my feed, I got all those groups instead of the group pages and the pages I need. I got to search for them now. It's crazy what we do with this doggone machine. What do we do without it? All right. So as always, I like to start off my show with a little nod to my good friend, Mr. Ricky Cash, because we call that segment Vegas Unwrapped 2.0.
With a nod to the past and an eye to the future, here is Aaron Phillips with Vegas Unwrapped 2.0.
Go.
Oh, okay. I saw a square show up on the screen. I don't know if we were live or not. All right, this is the part of the show. See what I tell you? He tries to mess me up on live radio and TV. He does that. See? All right, we're going to talk about some stuff going on in around. First of all, you were out of town, but you were here through F1.
I was.
What was that like? I mean, it got to have been crazy. Not fun to get to where you got to go to.
No, I was lucky. I had a gig at the Aria in Bordeaux. So, but it was a brunch gig. So I got to be like there at 8:00 and then out of there by 2, and then avoided the whole entire.
Are you
thing.
an F1 fan? Are you a racing fan at all?
I am because my stepdad is, so
Oh,
I'll
okay.
just go with that.
There you go. Works for me.
Yes.
Are you a racing fan at all?
Not so much.
Not so much?
Unless it's motorcycles.
Oh, really? I don't want to see motorcycles race up and down the strip anymore. But it was a crazy, right? Been a crazy year for this town getting ready.
Absolutely.
Here's the sad part: 9 more years of that stuff, because this is a 10-year commitment of the craziness. However, that's not what I really wanted to talk about. I don't know why I brought that up. But I always like to start off talking about people that win money. I do. I only got one, unfortunately. Slot player turns a $5 bet into $1.3 million jackpot recently. A gentleman from Texas. Let's see. Usually they're always the anonymous source from parts unknown, as we like to say. But he was identified as John from Texas, and he reported it was a slot game, and he won $1.3 million on a $5 bet. Now, here's my thing with all of these stories, right? You've lived here. We are still here. I don't frequent the casinos very often. Okay. Every once in a while, but not like visitors do. How much money did that guy really spend before that last $5 bet turned into $1.3 million? That's the thing I always want to know, right? Oh, he turned 50 cents into a gazillion dollars. Yeah. And how about the 50 cents that they spent all those years before, right?
Right.
That's the part I always wish I knew. But hey, listen, happy holidays, that gentleman from Texas. As they always say, they do things bigger in Texas. So $5 becomes 1.3. Not bad.
Not
I
bad.
don't know.
Couple of holiday traditions here in Las Vegas. I know you guys probably participated in this. Have you ever gone to the Magical Forest at Opportunity Village?
A long time.
Right, long time ago. Well, in Kiwanis, we used to go there and serve and provide service hours in the park, helping people and participating. Well, guess what? It's off and running again. Let's see. Sparkling lights, rides, attractions. Opportunity Village's Magical Forest will run on certain nights through December 31st. This has been going on. Were you about to say something? I see you leaning into the microphone.
No, just
Oh.
leaning.
Just God damn. He does it to me all the time.
Should I not move?
Freeze.
Okay.
Since 1992, the Magical Forest has brought Las Vegas family visitors holiday joy, and this year promises to be one of the best yet, according to their recent news release. They are located at 6300 West Oakey Boulevard. That is their West Oakey campus. Organizers note that every dollar spent at the Magical Forest goes towards programs and services for over 3,000 people with intellectual and development disabilities at Opportunity Village. So that should tell you the kind of clientele that they have. And it's a great time. I've been out there when December has been cold and you're bundled up like this. I've been times where it's not so cold, but seeing their clients, I mean, you guys have been there, so you know what it's about. These individuals where pretty much every dollar, like it said, goes into supporting their programs to help these individuals be independent. It's one of the best nonprofits in this town. I'm a big supporter of not helping as much the bigger name nonprofits. I like helping the smaller nonprofits, which is how you and I met with the Nevada Wheelchair Association.
That's right.
Helping those
Foundation.
who, what is it? Foundation?
Yes, sir.
I get so many names in my head.
It's
I'm lucky
okay.
I remember mine. Thank you for correcting me. Their organization, John and Ivy Williams, they collect mostly new, or get donated wheelchairs. They put them together and they just give them away for free to folks that need them anywhere within the state, right?
So you have to be a Nevada resident in need of a wheelchair and cannot afford a wheelchair. And they're actually brand new wheelchairs that are donated to their organization. And then you give them a call. They do giveaway days, but you have to have an appointment, and it's absolutely beautiful. And they just change lives every single time they give out a wheelchair. And it's really beautiful.
It is so funny because when I've spoken to John off to the side a little bit about what he does, and I see pictures where they have to put together parties and all that sort of stuff. We always talk about how much work goes into putting these wheelchairs together. It's like putting together a Lego set of 5,000 pieces. I mean, it looks easy. It looks like there should only be like 3 or 4 parts. And they always talks about, it's hard work getting enough people. But every time he talks about when they deliver that wheelchair, like you were just alluding to, how it just makes it all worthwhile. And that's a great cause. And I was happy to be there and support the cause any way that I can. What's your favorite nonprofit? Who do you like to support?
Some locals in Gulfport.
Okay.
It is for women who gotten pregnant and don't have the means to take care of their children.
Okay.
That's one of my favorites.
Okay. And you know what? We were talking about this on Kiwanis Connects yesterday about, where does service to whether it's ourselves or to the community fit in people's priority nowadays? Not just Kiwanis or where Kiwanis fits. I don't know if you ladies are familiar with Kiwanis International. communities. It's an international community service organization. Usually you can't say Kiwanis without mentioning it's like Rotary or Lions. That's when people see.
That I know.
That's when people make the
Lions,
connection. And on our show yesterday, we were talking about at this time of year, everybody's all about wanting to support others. Why it's just focused at this time of year when people are hungry 365 days a year. And so we were talking about service, and I asked the question about where does service rank in one's priority in life? And I was just kind of interesting to hear the different and I'm not talking about priorities of God, family, or things like that. I mean, we all know, at least I should say we all know, in my household, that's the order. My family, my dwelling, and that's the priority to make sure all that's still working. After that, that's where I was kind of putting it in there. But with the built-in, with the wheelchair organization and your support, obviously it's very important for you ladies that you do give back to the local community, which is what I love. These bigger organizations. Listen, I love 3 Square in town. Okay. They're the biggest and best food pantry and supports families who are in need of food and stuff, but they get enough support in this town. They really do. Everybody's supporting a 35,000 square foot, basically food pantry. But lesser known organizations, those are the ones I love to really help get out there and promote. And that's why I love the platform to do that. How I went there, I have no idea. See, I go off on tangents, folks. All right, last piece of news. Then we're going to go to an early break because we got so much to do around here today that since I know the 1:30 show's not here, I may steal a few extra minutes. So we'll see. Down at, where is it? Enchant has once again opened the world's largest Christmas light maze. That is right. Enchant features over 10 acres of festive programming, inclusive of dazzling installation of larger-than-life, custom-designed, and story-driven light sculptures. Now, where is it, you may ask?
Over there.
It's out there somewhere. Where the hell is it? Oh, it's out at the racetrack. No, it's at the ballpark. They moved it there. That's right. It's over at the Las Vegas ballpark. Company says that Enchant's new Las Vegas experience is based on the original story titled Santa's Magic Timepiece. Developers say that as part of the story-based experience, guests explore far and wide within the maze in search of 8 missing star fragments that make up Santa's magic timepiece, critical to making the magical flight possible on Christmas Eve. If you'd like more information, you can visit the website at enchantchristmas.com. It will be open until December 31st. So great stuff there.
Fun.
Yeah, you should go out there if you get a chance while you're out here visiting. It'll be a lot of fun. All right. You know what time it is? It's time for our first break. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Because when we come back, we got a lot to talk about. We got some ageless stuff to talk about. We got some singing coming up. Not for me, of course. You're watching Aaron's Hour. I think we'll be right back.
Think so, huh?
I hope so.
You'll find the art that speaks to your heart at Desert Valley Gallery. I've got to have it.
So colorful.
I can't live without it. You'll find the art that speaks to your heart at Desert Valley Gallery.
Most business owners struggle with the following issue. How do I brand my business to get noticed? 88 Design Studio helps businesses by designing brands that boost confidence, look and feel timeless, stand out from the competition, and attract all the right clients. Whether you are in need of a new brand, upgraded design elements, or completely redesign your current brand, 88 Design Studio has fully customized packages for your business. Call Chelsea McKendrick at 702-525-3334 and visit www.88designstudio.com. Let 88 Design Studio give you a brand new outlook for your business.
All right, welcome back. Special shout. See, he did it to me. All right, special shout outs to everybody in the chat room. We have Antonella. Thank you for joining us there. We appreciate that. And some Clayton Smith guy. For some reason, apparently he's important to Madysin. I don't know. He was set for a boyfriend or an acquaintance or something. I don't know. No, seriously, Clayton, thank you for joining in.
I'm glad to hear that because I was going to block him.
Don't block him. That's
No, we
fine.
won't block him.
No block.
Oh, he really has it for you. You're stunning. It's what he's really after you, girl. All right, welcome back. First, let me introduce formally. We'll introduce Bobi first. You have a company called Ageless with Bobi, and you call yourself a wellness practitioner.
Yes.
Which I love that very much. You've been doing this how long now?
Off and on for about 30 years.
Okay. And you were doing this sort of when we met networking few moons ago, right?
Yes.
So health, we know, is pretty important for a lot of people nowadays for a lot of different reasons, right? So what are you doing with this now? Explain what it is, what you do, what your background is, and let our audience know some of that so we understand what you do to reverse aging.
Yes. So I started out going to nursing school. And in my last clinical semester, I realized that it didn't fill my heart. And so I kind of backed out of that. And I went into more personalized health.
Okay.
And I focused on low back injuries because at that time I had had one and I knew how to avoid surgery by strengthening the core. And so I was very busy with that because it seems like everybody's got a painful low back. And then you fast forward to what I'm doing now. It has to do with the latest in wellness science, as well as habits that we can tweak a little bit to make yourself healthier. As you age, you can reverse age.
And I like what you said there was using science with adjustments, because I feel, it's just my opinion, so don't send me hate mail. There are people out there on social media who call themselves wellness practitioners and give advice, do this, do that, because it's maybe their own belief of what's worked for them. Because what's worked for one doesn't work for everybody.
Correct.
So I like the fact that you use the fact that with science plus looking at an individual's habits, maybe we work those together. I think that's important. I want to then introduce, by the way, that guy Clayton there says he's never met that woman in his life. So I don't know, maybe he really, so I don't know. Anyway, boy, Clayton, you're in trouble when she gets home. I can tell you that much. Anyway, of course, as I mentioned earlier, Madysin I had an opportunity to meet a couple of years ago, and I've seen her transform literally right in front of my eyes on social media as a singer, performer, producer, writer, and she is going to perform 2 of her songs here today live on the show, and I love when we have live.
Is that today?
I hope so, because we got a microphone over there ready for in Studio 1A. So Madysin, seriously, what I said earlier about it's like being a dad, watching a daughter grow up and become so successful. You've come a long way. Just introduce to the audience your background, how you got into singing and all that sort of stuff.
So hello there. My name's Madysin. I actually, I wrote my first song in 2020 of September, and I released that first song. It was called Frustrated, November of that same year. And I had actually been, someone had reached out to me on Instagram, and because I was just posting a cappella videos like in my car in the garage.
Like we all do.
Like one does, because I just didn't want to, I didn't have anything cool to share. So I was just like, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to post it. And I started, and then someone reached out, and then I wrote my first song. And so from that point on, I had started in a hip hop studio, learning how to write verses from hip hop artists. And then kind of all of a sudden, boom, I was in a musical. And that was random. I'm not a musical person, except for all the jazz songs that I sing end up being from musicals. So I'm like, maybe I am a musical person. Deep down, it's like this though. And I started singing jazz with the pianist, and then that was actually a whole year of live performing was on the 28th of this month. So I've just been performing live for only a year, and in September I won a residency at the Virgin Hotel, and now I'm actually currently performing there every Thursday night, except for this Thursday and next Thursday, because of NFR.
Oh,
which is fine.
Cowboys and cowgirls. Yes,
you
fine.
guys, you're
Just
not dumb. You're fabulous.
Those chaps.
But yeah, and then I just also on 11/11 I released a new single. That's actually the single I'm most proud of. I worked with a local producer and musician out here in Las Vegas, Tony Carboni, and it's all live instruments, and it's just like I'm so proud. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, it's again to see, and you for a while before you landed this residency, you were also singing in a jazz club with the gentleman, right?
Yes.
when I first was
Was it Clayton?
It was not Clayton.
when
No.
I first saw you, you
No.
were, I want to say Blessing was his name? The gentleman.
Oh, Nova Bless.
Yeah. Oh, no, right. Okay.
That's how it started.
Right.
We did the Gatsby thing.
Right. That's right. Nice.
Yeah.
At Chianti's, as
Yeah.
part of another event, you guys were there.
Yep.
That's where
That's where we met.
That's where we first met.
Yeah, that was a cool event.
And it's been heaven ever since.
It's been quite the ride. Let's just say that.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
listen, it's for whatever path someone has. Okay. You've been doing it for so many years. You're now just starting your path to success. As long as you feel it here, it's all good.
Yeah.
Right. You got to feel, I mean, I'm behind, I just passed 18 years being behind a microphone myself now. And I promised my wife that the day I don't get up in the morning and have the butterflies or the nerve, even coming here week after week after week, I still get that nervous excitement. Like you probably guys get when you're singing and you're talking to people. The day that stops, I promise my wife that's the day that the microphone gets hung up forever. Right. You know, like tomorrow I got to do wrestling commentary in town. It's wrestling, baby. I grew up around wrestling. I love that. You know, so when all that excitement goes, but if you have the passion for it and the candle still burns, that makes it easy to do what we want to do. And in your case, help others. Your case, you're also helping others because we know how music helps people,
Very much.
you know, get through things, or if they love a voice and the hook and all that. So what everybody does in their own way, we're helping other people. That's a beautiful thing. I want to address a couple of announcements in the chat room. Clayton, you're forbidden from putting anything else in there because you're taking up too much of our time. No, I'm only kidding, Clayton. Don't worry about
You'll
that.
love him. You'll meet him.
Well, all right. You'll come in next time. Camille Spenner, for you. You're doing great, my new friend. Yes, is that for you?
Yeah.
And Maria Barberi, my beautiful, confident wellness teacher, educator. So proud of you. You rock. So thank you, everybody, for your support. Greatly appreciated. All right. I want to go back to Bobby, and then before we go to the bottom of the hour, we'll get you swung over to Studio 1B over here.
Okay.
And then we'll get you lined up to get ready to do your first song. So hang tight. Well, is there a way that we can get her over there without it being on camera for her to cut across everything, or do
I suppose.
Well, I mean, we don't have
Give
to.
me a minute.
All right, I'll talk to Bobby and you guys talk over there. Anyway, so all right, so I love something in here in your bio because I went through an issue where, are you familiar with neuralgia paresthetica?
No, but paresthetica, I kind of figured it out.
Okay, so I suffer from neuralgia paresthetica. We're in the hip, a nerve is an issue, it's pinched or whatever. And I've had it for more years than I care to shake a stick at. Finally, the pain, the numbness, it's something that affects the outer thigh area only. So it was so bad where I was losing sleep. It was waking me up from the pain and the numbness. P.S., make a long story short, I was getting injections in the back and all that. And I finally went to my pain doctor and I said, look, doc, I said, I don't want to just live with symptoms and manage them the rest of my life. I need more of a permanent solution. And folks, I pointed to the bio of information because she lists here, did not like traditional medicine or prescriptions for symptoms, which is why she does what she does now. So I looked at the doc and I said, what's the solution? I need as close to a permanent solution as possible because I don't want to live on gabapentin for the rest of my life, nursing and dealing with symptoms. P.S. They did a surgery. They took out 2 really damaged nerves. After the show's off the air, I'll show you the nerves. So I love that you're going this route and you're taking more of a holistic. Some people classify it holistic because you're not doing the prescription stuff, right?
Correct.
So talk about some of the science that you use when talking with a client that you mix in there. Let's talk about that.
So most people have something significant happen that puts them in the slippery slope to not feeling well.
Okay.
And especially when we hit our 50s and 60s, we cannot regenerate like we used to.
Mm-hmm.
And that happened to me. I was a skydiver for 14 years.
Okay.
And I tore my back up. And I was having that kind of pain, that shooting pain. And I went to visit a friend and she introduced me to a science that is got a 21-year patent and is in 81 countries.
Wow.
And it's a wearable.
Oh, okay.
So what happens is you get kind of a second chance.
Yeah, listen, put your arm in front of me. John, can we switch to my one shot? And I want to see if we can.
We are on the one shot.
Oh, we are? Okay, never mind. She's got a little patch
Anyway,
on her wrist there, folks.
Okay.
what it does is it turns on dormant systems in our body that have been, they start to kind of shut down when we hit our 50s. So
Okay.
it's harder for us to fix ourselves. So if you get a second chance, right,
Right.
at being able to regenerate yourself with the science and then move forward with better habits, you can actually wake up in the morning and not be in pain and go for a walk or
So
play with your
what's in
grandchildren.
that patch that is in there activating those things that have been dormant? Is it like a little shock? What
No.
what is it that's real? I mean,
It's me. No, it is truly, it is. So
Work,
the
damn
term,
it.
so the term is non-transdermal, meaning what is in that patch does not go into your body.
Okay.
The best way to explain it is that when you walk out in the sunlight and the
Okay.
sunlight touches your skin,
Mm-hmm.
there's a certain frequency and pitch,
Right.
and it activates creating vitamin D.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So these are light therapy patches
Okay.
that have a specific crystal matrix. I know it's going to sound like science fiction, guys.
Where's
Please
the
bear with
Avengers
me.
when you need them?
I know.
Crystal
Please bear
Matrix.
with me. And that matrix turns on those dormant cells. Now, it is patented, and we do have the science. So it's kind of almost like science fiction. But what happened with me is no more pain. I could
And that's
sleep
the
at
key
night.
ingredient.
I'm 61 years old,
Mhm.
and I feel like I'm 40 again. I'm just
Well,
telling
you look like 40. You always look young. You've always looked good all these years I've known
Well, I
you.
had
You've
the
looked good.
before this picture that I wasn't feeling so good. I just woke up one morning and said, either take me or fix me, which,
Well, there was
thankfully I
something.
got
There was
fixed.
something that you said here. They need people who need help with habits that are aging them. You said you're 61 years young. You feel like you're 40, but there was something where you mentioned something like, "I may be getting older, but I want to die young."
Yes.
Right? I mean, I thought that was a great line because of the help. Really, we're talking about another ability and one scientifically backed that helps your body stay and get stronger.
Mhm.
That reduces the aging process, and we age
Yes.
because our body's breaking down, right?
Correct.
Man, I can't wait to learn more about this myself. God knows I have enough issues. Would love as many patches as possible to put this body back together. Okay. Before we go to the bottom of the hour, do we know what song we're doing there, Mr. Producer?
Yes.
Hi, Jennifer. You know why?
Do you
No, is that the name of the song? Now performing Do You? Oh,
unapologetically?
Ooh, I like
oh
that.
that's the way I do my shows,
I like that.
unapologetically. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with great pride, I now present to you Miss Madysin doing her song, Unapologetically. Enjoy it.
Give me 4 seconds.
Never mind. You got 4 seconds. Look, she's on camera. You ready to go there, Missy?
Yeah.
You look good. Are we ready, John?
We're ready. Let's
All right,
go.
hit it.
I'm doubly helpless, down with my self-destructive tendencies. It's clearly fear holding me back. I get restless, most times I'm a mess, but I'm human and I'm just trying my best, trying my best, I'm trying my best. I keep holding on to things that don't serve me a purpose. Overthinking constantly, what did I do to deserve it? I'm just trying to be unapologetically a person I was always meant to be. I'm just trying to be unapologetically me. Don't always say the right thing. Hope you don't hold it against me. Don't always act the right way. But it's something I'm learning. Always, always, always. My own worst enemy. Always, always, always. I keep holding on to things that don't serve me a purpose. Overthinking constantly, what did I do to deserve it? Unapologetically, the person I was always meant to be. I'm just trying to be unapologetically me. What keeps me confined to my mind? All these demons that live deep inside. I feel them under my skin, always scratching and crawling. Don't wanna give in, I don't wanna give up. I just wanna trust that what I have to give is more than enough. I just wanna trust that what I have to give is more than enough. 'Cause I've been holding on to things so deserving. Thank you so much.
Wow. I loved it.
Wow.
Love your
Come on
voice.
around, kiddo. I mean, I'm sitting here. There's one word. I don't know. I love describing things in adjectives. Listen, I've been very fortunate over 18 years to be sitting so close to performers over the years that have been on my show. So we get a front row seat. But immediately the first word that came to mind hearing you sing was sultry.
Yes.
You kind of had that sultry sound into your voice.
Diana Crow.
Ooh,
No,
Diana Crow.
just kidding. Just kidding, for crying out loud. Hello from Haley from Denmark. My friend from Denmark is here. Yes. Haley, I always ask about you on the air. So glad to see you. We got to talk to get you guys on my show. So glad. She's an artist.
Show?
Nah, just a little fun. She's literally an artist, like painter kind of artist from Denmark.
Oh, wow.
So thank you, Haley. It's so good to see you out there. We're going to connect. Anyway, that was beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Where did the babe now? Songs come from inspiration, I'm
Right.
presuming.
Mhm.
If you're country music, you got to either your divorce or your dog left you. That's usually what you see written, right? What was the inspiration behind that?
Well, so like 2 years later, I feel like now as I sing it, I was writing it for myself now. But I just went through a long phase of just feeling like what am I doing here? I'm fighting with myself in my head consistently. And I just want to be me, and so
No excuses, right?
no excuses. And now I'm doing that. I'm being unapologetically me.
That's
It feels
right. I wish more people were genuine like that, right? Yes. Joshua, who's Joshua out there? I just saw a name Joshua pop up in there. Oh, Joshua Tramontano. Great show, everyone.
Josh.
There you go.
Thanks, Josh.
I hope I didn't butcher your last name.
Trey Montana.
That's what I thought I said, but obviously with my English, no, I'm only kidding. Thank you. I usually, like when I have names I don't know, I usually like prepping for them because I know I'm going to beat them up later on. Thank you, everybody. Again, please hit as you're commenting, you see an arrow to the left of the comments box. Please hit that arrow. We share the feed to your wall so your friends and folks can also pick up the show to watch Madysin, and we talk with Bobi about what's going on. And I'm so happy to have everybody out there. You are watching Aaron's Hour coming to you live from the WWDBTV studios in the heart of Las Vegas. If you'd like to call in and talk to my guest, 702-992-3207.
I paid the phone bill.
702-992. There's more to that comment than just him trying to get me off my mark. 702-992-3207. Anyway, thank you for everybody for watching. All right. What's the name of the other song you were going to do in a bit?
It's called Company.
Company. What's the base of that song?
So I actually, when I had come on your show last time, I was with a person and it was super horrific, toxic, terrible relationship.
I know them.
Yeah. So which I feel a lot of people have experienced with, in any kind of relationship with substance, with people, with whatever. So I wrote that being heartbroken and feeling down, and then I met with this amazing producer, Tony Carboni, and we kind of like.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about me.
So, another amazing producer, the one that does music.
Oh, I got you. Thank you.
And we we spiced it up. He co-wrote it with me. We just like rearranged what I had already written, and I love it. I'm so excited about it.
And I don't mean to keep beating the drum on this, but what she just talked about as to how she was in the studio that day to where she is now. Hands down, night and day. So again, you know how proud I am of you.
Thank you.
I warned you both that there are going to be some questions coming your way. That is strictly, I know it's that time of the show again. I want people to learn more about you guys as people. Now, your friends and your clients know who you are. People following you know who you are. But I got someone from Denmark watching right now that really has no idea about you guys. So I'm going to throw some crazy questions. They're going to be different ones because I don't want you to have time thinking about the same question I'm asking her. So who wants to go first? All right, Bobi will go first. I was afraid no one would raise their hand. I have to pick somebody. Who's your favorite actor of all time?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
I told you they'd be off the wall questions.
It's horrible because my favorite actor, I can never remember his name.
Okay, what movie? Can you give me something?
The Abyss.
Oh, I don't watch those scary movies.
It wasn't scary.
If I get that scary, I just want to look at my checking account. Well, look it up. You got a computer over there.
I don't know what it is about him. I think he reminds me of my favorite uncle.
Oh, there you go. All right. So anybody, while you're watching the show, don't close the tab. Open up another tab and look up who the actor was for the movie The Abyss. Put it in the chat room and we can help Bobby out. Who's your favorite actress of all time?
Scarlett Johansson.
I swear to God, I had that name in my head because you have a very similar appearance to Scarlett.
Oh, say it again, Aaron.
You have a
One
very
more time.
similar attraction. Seriously, that's the name I had in my head. And
That's wild.
Woo! Okay.
I love you, Scarlett.
I'm not going to ask you this. I'm going to ask you this one because I learned before I went on the air that you've sung in the past. We're not going to put you behind a mic. Don't worry.
Dear Lord.
But I will ask you a musical-based question because it'd be an unfair question to ask her. What's your favorite music genre?
I do like jazz. So
Okay.
I'm very much enjoying today.
Oh, there you go.
I put it on in the car when I drive cross country and just zen.
Nice. Okay, so I'm going to go back to you on a musical question.
Okay.
You kind of alluded to something earlier. What is your favorite all-time song so that you're sitting at a red light in your car, whether Clayton's with you or not, it's not the point in this conversation.
Or Clayton.
Oh, Ed Harris was the guy. There you go. Ed Harris. No, she wasn't singing about Ed Harris. Oh, there you go. Was that you or was that our friend, our watcher? She put it in there. Very good. Thank you. Hello, Nicole Vegas. Nicole, if you haven't had an opportunity to meet Madysin here in town, you really should. And Bobby as well. You guys need to connect. Great people.
I want to talk to her.
Who? Bobby?
Oh, yeah.
You want to talk now or after the show?
No, after the show.
Good. I don't have enough time for you to talk to her now.
Time right now.
Anyway, what was my question? Oh, so that you're sitting at a red light, people are looking at your car, you're bebopping to a song, you don't really care what you look like singing to this song. That song is?
It's probably hip hop. It's probably like a rap song or like I love Click by like Kanye West and Messing with My Click.
See, the problem is you're a professional singer, though. You would not look as bad in your car singing as I would or John would. So, but that's okay.
It would be hip hop, or it would be like anything millennial, boy band, NSYNC. I can't give you one, Aaron. Come on.
Okay, well, but that's the toughness of these questions.
It is so.
I think I asked you that the last time, and I think you turned
I also shut down. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true. Elbar?
Elba.
Oh, Elba. There's an R in there. So, okay, much better. She's obviously using your ageless product. Much better since you talked to me, and I started using patches. Love to see you, Bobby. So great support out there for both of our guests today, and I absolutely love it. All right, so I have so many. See, here's the thing. When I have one guest, I can focus all my questions in like one direction. But I got two guests doing two different things. I'm like, no, don't talk to her over here. Wait, I got a question for her over here. And then they tried to meet in the middle.
We should do a 2-hour show today.
I don't have time. I have a 1:30 appointment at a notary with my wife.
That's your problem. I'll finish it up.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's fine. I have a document that my wife and I have to sign, and there's no notaries by us, so she's coming this way near the studio. Anyway, I digress. See, it's easy. It's like a cat with that red light. I'm all over the place. Okay, so
we're wasting time.
Whose time? Oh, anyway, so let's go back to ageless, being ageless. So the product that patch has some magical stuff in it with vitamin D and XYZ, and I don't know. I failed science. So it's been on the market. You said it's backed by science. The company's been around how long?
20 years.
Okay, and can you just give like a little background as to how maybe the company started, how they found this ageless product? Can you share a little bit of that?
So our CEO and scientist, David Schmidt, was working with some other scientists with the Navy SEALs, and they were creating combustible engine for a small mini sub and emergency oxygen. But he noticed that the Navy SEALs would have to take stimulants in order to...
God, I hope the phone works.
He would have to take stimulants in order to stay awake for quite some time, and he didn't like that. And he had already been studying light technology. And he created the first patches initially for the Navy SEALs.
Gotcha.
Right.
Energy enhancer patches.
Okay.
And that's really what was the catalyst for the company that is here today.
And I was the way you started, they were working on some equipment for sub. I'm thinking, what? There's a sub under there or something?
No mini sub.
No mini sub. No yellow.
It's John.
John?
Wheelchair John.
John Williams?
Yeah.
The John Williams, the co-founder of Nevada.
You want to talk to him?
Do you want to talk to him?
Of course.
All right. Madysin
He has
says
the
yes.
best voice.
Let's see. Hopefully the phone works if you turn up the volume.
That's why
John Williams, are you there, sir?
No, he's not.
John.
Son of a
Gun.
Ooh.
John.
technical difficulties.
Yeah, we
He
are.
can hear you. He's not coming through. Just
Okay.
like we had with what's his name?
All right, John. Unfortunately, we're having an issue with the phones. Do you know his email address, by chance?
I know his phone number.
No, that doesn't help. We can't call him
Talk to
because
him after the show. Tell him what I told you.
if we can get an email address, then we can send him a quick link that maybe he can video link in.
Can I?
You can look it up. That's fine. So hang up on John.
I did.
Okay, John. Hopefully Madysin has a good email for you. We're going to try to send you an email link. Right? Can we do that?
No.
Can he type it into the chat?
No, because he has to send a link to activate for him to click on to come into the server without shutting us off.
Yeah, that's the key. If I do that, I'm going to cut you guys off.
All right. Well, John, in the meantime, if you're in the chat room, please put your message in there. We're having trouble with the phones. You may have paid the phone bill, but obviously the equipment you didn't
the phone
pay.
rang. It doesn't ring if you don't pay the phone bill.
I haven't heard a landline ringing in
I
the
know.
facility in a long time.
Is that crazy?
What's the link?
No. He has to get an email
Oh.
from John from the studio to hit. But I think if he sends him the email, we
Cut you guys off.
get blown off the
Then I have to read it.
re-enter. So
Love you, John.
yeah, John, go into the chat room, John, and just love you, John. That's why you should have been here too. Would have loved it. But anyway, put your message in there. Okay.
That's right. We got something cooking, right?
Do we?
Right, Madysin?
We do.
Okay.
We're gonna have
Ivy's
John
also
and
watching.
Ivy on another show. Is that right?
Oh, June it was with Steven?
Right.
But you need
giving.
yes, but you need Madysin on doing it with Styles.
Okay.
So
I want Bobi there too.
okay.
Not at the same time. I want to do them separately.
So
I
Healy
don't
from
like that
Denmark.
threesome thing.
Since when? So Healy from
Oh,
Denmark
wow.
says love the patches and she uses them.
Yay, yeah, they're very popular.
Absolutely.
We're
So
in over 81 countries.
So give your contact information because perhaps Healy then should just connect with you just to talk about the product. Maybe there's things out there that she can do to help expand the business for you. So give some contact information if you would.
It's just agelesswithbobby@gmail.com.
That's pretty simple. You're also on Facebook.
I am.
I don't know how often you check Facebook. I know you and I have been communicating
Yeah, a
on
lot.
Facebook.
I'm on.
You can go to the website, which is, as she said, agelesswithbobby.com or agelesswithbobby@gmail.com. For you, as this is sort of like an auditioning, not that you need to audition, you got a freaking residency for crying out loud. How can people reach you to talk to you and hire her? Not possibly hire her. She's been using patches for 15 years. How can people reach you? See, having 3 conversations at the same time is fun.
Wow.
Isn't it?
What?
Who? He's on first.
May I answer the question?
Okay, if you insist.
So you can add me on Instagram. My first name, MADYSIN_music, or you can send me an email for booking, MADYSIN music@gmail.com. I have a Facebook too.
Yeah, you do. But which one are you primarily on?
Instagram.
There you go. So
Instagram
reach
all
out to
day.
Instagram. I know you got your pictures, you got video clips up there. Pull this show up, folks. If obviously if you're not watching it now, that'd be stupid for me to tell you to do this.
They could be listening.
That's true. Go back and watch it. If you didn't see her perform the first song, you got to go back and watch the video because when we come back from break, which we're going to go now 2 minutes early, she's got another song ready for us.
Really?
Great. What? I hope so. Either that or all 3 of us are going to sing "Row, Row, Row Your Boat" or something because I promised 2 songs.
That's right.
So, what is this one
Make it
down here?
happen.
What else do you need besides that? Is that in reference to anything in particular? The way you wrote that? What else do you need besides the Benjamins? Was that just meaning
Money.
Well, I know what Benjamins means, but I don't know if it meant something specific that you wanted to eat. She knows. Okay. Anyway, never
People spend
mind.
a lot of money on their health.
There you go. Oh, see, there you go. Nice beauty and kick save and a beauty. Very nice. All right. When we come back on the other side of the break, please support my sponsors. By the way, I forgot to say this. Desert Valley Gallery. They're located in Tivoli Village, right on the Valet Circle. If you go up there, great gallery. You see in the commercial.
Cool place.
If you go up there between now and December 31st, you make your first time purchase of a minimum of only $150. You then get automatically entered into their sweepstakes to get a pair of tickets to their monthly cabaret shows held at the studio, $80 value. But you got to mention Aaron Phillips, Aaron's Hour, WWDBTV, The Round Table, or Thoughts Count Anywhere, since I'm running their commercials all over the God's creation. Just mention anything. Buy $150 worth of stuff there. It's well worth it. Get those tickets into the drawing. All right, with that, we're set aside for our break. When we come back on the other side, Madyson's going to entertain us again with her song number 2. Thank you for watching. We'll be right back.
Most business owners struggle with the following issue. How do I brand my business to get noticed? 88 Design Studio helps businesses by designing brands that boost confidence, look and feel timeless, stand out from the competition, and attract all the right clients. Whether you are in need of a new brand, upgraded design elements, or completely redesign your current brand, 88 Design Studio has fully customized packages for your business. Call Chelsea McKendrick at 702-525-3334 and visit www.88designstudio.com. Let 88 Design Studio give you a brand new outlook for your business.
Hello, everybody. It's me, President Trump, greatest president in the history of presidents, and I've been on a lot of shows, believe me, but the best one by far is Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips. This guy is so amazing. What a great interviewer, and you can catch him every Saturday from 12 to 1. It's a tremendous show. You know why? I was on it, and the ratings went through the roof. Check it out on WWDBTV. That's WWDBTV. It's huge.
You'll find the art that speaks to your heart at Desert Valley Gallery. I've gotta have it.
So colorful.
I can't live without it. You'll find the art that speaks to your heart at Desert Valley Gallery.
Hi, welcome back to Aaron's Hour. I know you're not here to watch me. You're to hear Bobby as well, but you're also here to listen to Madysin sing. My dear, I call her my friend. I'm so happy for her success. She's now here to sing with us, not with us, for us, her second song called Company. Please enjoy. Take it away.
Everything I've been through, baby, keeps on to me. That and when I'm alone, I start to overthink. I need to kill the pain, put myself a dream. Nothing's okay, 'cause this blood is deep. I hate the way I'm missing your company. You couldn't stay, but I'm scared you'll see. I hate the way I'm missing your company. So take this pain away from me. I'm feeling weak. I'm begging, please. So take this pain away from me. I'm feeling weak. I'm begging, please. 6 weeks, no sex, no closing. Out of the blue, you hear me out thinking that I come crawling back to you. Hung up as fast as I could, didn't hesitate one bit. I just walked away to a brand new day. Now I'm okay, 'cause this hurt is deep. I hate the way I'm missing your company. Wish you could stay, but I'm scared you'll see that I hate the way I'm missing missing your company. So take this pain away from me. I'm feeling weak. I'm begging, please. Take this pain away from me. I'm feeling weak. I'm begging, please. This is Tony Carboni, live instrumental. Take this pain away from me. I'm feeling weak. I'm begging, please. So take this pain away from me. I'm feeling weak. I'm begging, please. So take this pain away from me. I'm feeling weak. I'm begging. You got me begging. Oh, you got me begging. So take this pain away from me. I'm feeling weak. I'm begging. Oh, you got me begging. Oh, you got me begging, please.
I've always wanted to do this when you host a show. No, come back over here. You're supposed to
They left me.
Doesn't show hosts, right? When you have guests that sing, the host usually comes over and welcomes the singer. Right?
Yeah.
So I wanted yeah, exactly. So I wanted to do that for the first time in my life. Okay. So while we stand here, I'm going to ask Bobby a question. By the time you and I get back over to the set, she can answer the question. So our question is you were talking about aging and everything else, right? The important thing, we know we're going to age, right? Father Time is undefeated.
Right.
But it's how we age that's important, is it not?
Correct.
Can you address that to the audience for me?
I can.
While we come back to the set?
Yes.
Thank you. Switch the cameras, John.
I'm all by myself. So most of us believe that we have to age. If you go in and see your doctor, they typically say, oh, that's normal for your age. And the thing is that if you treat aging like a disease and every day you work a little bit to feel better, and you can reverse age. When you hit 60, 70, and 80, you can be 10, 15, 20 years younger. And so you age well and you age less.
One other thing, come on back up, Madysin. One other thing that strikes me, because you knew me back in many moons ago.
Oh yeah.
When I weighed over 300 pounds.
Yes.
Bad habits, the whole thing.
Right.
And my story and how I got healthy is out there in a book, by the way, called Let My Voice Speak to You, now available on Amazon. Cheap plug. But to get that unhealthy, you have to have some really bad habits.
Yes.
It took a surgery for me to get into the better habits of life, right?
Yes.
But not everybody needs to do surgery like I had to, because I had some other medical issues. But how easy is it for someone to change their bad habits into some better habits to get healthy? Talk about that.
Well, most people believe that it's an all or none. I'm going to go to the gym 5 days a week. I'm going to read an entire chapter or book in a week. They just set themselves up for failure. Mm-hmm. Because if you are not used to doing these things, you can't be at a professional level. Mm-hmm. So what I say is pick the low-hanging fruit, okay. Right? If you can get up in the morning 15 minutes early, because your goal is to be able to get up an hour early, right? You start at 5 minutes. Okay. And a lot of people are not patient enough for that. So I help them with their patience. It's just, for me, I had a half an hour routine that was scrolling through Facebook in the morning. And I changed that. I changed that to be more productive, and I actually do my core workout during that time. Gotcha. So it's time that's available.
It's how you use it.
It's how you use it, and it's a habit that is formulated or a catalyst off of something very, very small.
Gotcha. And I'm great. I'm going to segue into that. I'm so grateful you said that. In my book, one of the things I put out there, if you guys know the age-old riddle, how does a mouse eat an elephant? Do you know you obviously know the answer? Do you know the answer to that? John, do you know the answer to that? If you said, thank you. You want to give it because you like spoiling my jokes. You love spoiling my jokes all the time.
One bite at a time.
So you sound like Oscar the Grouch, which is not unusual. Anyway, so and I share that for this reason, because of my book, because of the health journey I went on with my wife, by the way. Having an accountability partner is also very important. But I sit down with people as they say, well, how'd you do it? And I would say, well, there's no magic pill.
Right.
But and I give them that joke and I say, look, just take one thing in your lifestyle. And I'll give you an example. A teacher at my wife's school, she loved Tootsie Rolls. And she put Tootsie Rolls, Tootsie Rolls, Tootsie Rolls. So I said to her one day in the lunchroom, I said, change that habit for 1 week to something that would give you the same fixation, like baby carrots. It's not chocolate. I get that. But just change that for 1 week. Week number 2, you pick something else, but you make that change while you're still doing the one you did in the first week. And slowly you're reprogramming your brain. I saw her about 30 to 45 days after I had that conversation with her. She dropped 25 pounds.
Wow.
I love that.
So
awesome.
it is very doable. It is retraining the brain. All right. I see by the magic clock on the screen, we have about 2.5 minutes. So with that, I'm going to wrap up with 2 very quick, those oddball questions. And then, of course, have you guys reveal there was a lot more I could ask, but we've been better entertained with music than my questions. So if a movie were this 2, I'm going to ask both of you, these last 2, so you both can think about it. I'm going to have you go first, Madysin, on this, although I think I already know the answer. If a movie were made about your life, who would you like to see star as you?
I know.
That's why
yeah.
it's a given, right?
Well, Zoe Deschanel, how about that?
Oh, she tricked us. I was expecting Scarlett.
I know. Well, I like her Zoe Deschanel's like anxiety energy and like quirkiness. I feel like matches like who I am. I look.
Who would you like to see play you in a movie about your life?
Wonder Woman.
Linda Carter or Gal Gadot?
Linda Carter.
The original.
Oh yeah.
The original.
Oh, sorry, I drifted off there for a moment. Anyway, I love Gal Gadot because she's from Israel. She's absolutely not.
Yeah,
she's
Linda
beautiful.
Carter
She's gorgeous.
No question. It's like Adam West is Batman in my life. I get it. All right, so now the last question for you. When the day comes that you're standing up at the pearly gates, regardless of whether you're looking at 22 or not, we know you're reverse aging, but when you get to the pearly gates and the maitre d' is there at the gates waiting for you to enter, what is it you'd like to hear that person or entity say to you before you walk through?
Come on in.
There you go. I like it. Short and simple. Same question for you, young lady.
Just you did everything you were supposed to do, and you stayed humble, and you did the right thing. So
you were unapologetic.
You were unapologetically.
There you go.
So
right
I
on.
want to redo. I like her answer.
Okay. Can we share?
We can
that?
say the same thing. It's
No, absolutely. No, good stuff. I mean, those are really, that last question is really the only one that I just kind of make a little serious, because we have to reflect on our life at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Did we do everything we can in one's life the way we wanted to?
Yeah.
Are we doing our service to others to help them better their lives? And I'd like to say, oh, John, okay, hold on to your hats here, folks. No, what you got?
Okay,
Ed Harris.
This is no.
Oh,
This is for Bobi, and,
okay.
it's interesting that you showed up today at this particular time, because early this morning someone posted on my Facebook page. We do not say trees get older. We say trees grow.
Right.
So why don't we grow instead of getting older?
Amen. I agree.
That is just way too fucking deep for this show.
Yeah, that is awesome. He's.
Oh my gosh! Every once in a while, he comes with a tidbit that, all right, I'll keep around.
I've been saving that for months.
I bet you have, for sure. All right, ladies, it's been an absolute treat. Please give your contact information again for everybody, and then when she's done, Madysin, you as well. Please let them know where to find you.
You can reach me at 702-423-1050 or agelesswithbobi@gmail.com.
Miss Madysin.
Madysin_music for Instagram, and you can give me an email, send me an email, madysonmusic@gmail.com.
Aaron Phillips, question for you. What would you say when you, it is, Joshua, it's so fun because I've asked that question for all these years and not one person has turned the table. 2 days ago, I'm here before the round table, and John turns to, I swear to God, if I'm dying, if I'm lying, send a lightning bolt. And he says to me, he says, let me ask you a question. If you were standing in front of the pearly gates, I swear to you. So here's the thing. You know me as my other identity as well, okay? So Aaron Phillips is not my real name. That's my public name because that's what everybody got used to. My real name is Phil. I'll just leave it at that. My first name. See, Phillips is my last name. Phil.
No wonder those checks bounce.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's all in how you sign it for sure. So he said. So I said back to him. I said, "Here would be my answer." The maitre d' would say, "Do you want to come in as Phil or do you want to come in as Aaron?"
I got it.
And then right, I know. Well, and then the follow up to that would be for me to respond by saying, "Which one would get me in?"
Right.
See, that's the kicker. Anyway, guys, thank you for it. It's so great he timed on that. All right. Before we actually say goodbye, just a reminder, next week, join me. I'm on a health kick these couple of weeks. Why? We're heading into the time of year where, we get ready for resolutions. We're going to eat like crap and everything else. So next week, I have a guest coming on. Her name is Isabella. She owns a business called Naked Sin. No, it's not that kind.
Oh, man.
But she's an anesthetician. She works on skin. She works on all of that stuff. So she's going to come in and continue the trend of yours truly sitting around with lovely ladies. I love this. That's another reason why I do healthy stuff. Look at all the lovely ladies I get on the show. Anyway, she'll join me next week. And of course, I want to invite all of you for coming back. It's so great. Everybody in the chat room who supported my guest, Healy out in Denmark, so grateful that you had an opportunity to jump in. We'll catch up. Ladies, I have goosebumps. You can't see them under my jacket. We spent the last hour with both of you. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great week. We look forward to having you next week. And as always, be kind to everybody. Why? We're all we have. Let's support each other. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time right here on Aaron's Hour. Thank you for watching.